6 months ago, I lost my job as data analyst, and ever since I applied for over 300 jobs, and I even entered 6 final rounds, but zero offers. And last week, I had my 7th final round, and this time I thought I really had it in my bag. But then there came email says, "Hey Kevin, we are impressed by your technical skills, but we are worried about your communication skills." I hit a rock bottom. It was like the third time I was rejected for the exact same reason, communication skill. But what does that even mean? Is it my accent? Is it my English fluency? I had no idea. And earlier this week, I got a call from my mom. She has lived in China for over 50 years. And we start with the usual topic like, what did you have for lunch? And how is your dog? But then the topic inevitably moved to, hey, how did your interview go? And I just snapped. I got defensive. I was terrified of being seen as a failure. And I started drowning her in details to prove my worth, like ranting about the UK recession, my application strategy, the complexity of the SQL I wrote, and I was desperately trying to prove my existence and just trying to prove that I was working hard. But she stopped me right there and she goes, "Hey Kevin, stop. You don't need to explain any of those strategies to me, and I don't really understand, but I do know you. I believe you have done your best, and I already know that. I'm not asking about your job performance. I'm asking only because I cares about your well-being and I want to know if you sleep well." And that line just hit me like a truck. The scattered dots in my mind just finally connected. I realized my mistake wasn't just with my mom, that I completely misinterpreted her intention. I heard an audit. I heard, "Why did you fail again? Did you not try hard enough?" But in fact, it was just a mother checking on her son. And then I started to reflecting what I did during the interview. I was bringing that same insecurity to my interview. And when the hiring manager started to ask, "Tell me about time that you dealing with a difficult challenge," and I felt like a fraud who had to prove himself. So I just defend myself with data, with code, with complexity logic. But I wasn't communicating. I was just overcompensating. I was so eager to prove that I was technical enough that I completely ignored who I was talking to. And then it was actually showing as arrogance because I came off as a technical nerd that was very difficult to work with and definitely not a person they want in their team. You know, people say data analyst is the sexiest job in the 21st century, but to be honest, number alone, not sexy. But what really sexy is the story behind the number, and it's the ability to take boring data, turn that data into an insight, actionable solution that can save the business money. And that just reminds me of why I chose to start my career as a data analyst at the first place, because I want to turn complex data into insights. So I decided to start this project. I would call that Make Data Sexy Again. In this series of videos, I'm not going to give you tutorials about writing decks, writing Python scripts, and how to build your semantic model. Those videos you can find anywhere on the internet. And instead, we are going to do a role play and just assume that the audience who are watching my videos, they are the C-suite, the CFO, the COO, those people who don't really cares about my Python code, my DAX, my model. They just cares about profit, budget, and actions. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who are still looking for jobs. So this video is like a recording for my portfolio project, and hopefully my insight might be helpful for people who are just struggling as much as I did in the job market. And so welcome to Make Data Sexy again. I'm Kevin, and I will see you in the next one.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do